It is time for some football. Welcome into Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks.
Please welcome your 2026 Seattle Seahawks.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from Seattle. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. This makes it up to the 25. And here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Prescott now off the play fake. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
7-yard gain.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10. Here's Prescott. The catch is made near the edge. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Straight ahead with Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. 1st down. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Now we're on the toss for Williams. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together, these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Prescott here from the gun. He's got it. It's complete to Pickens. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me. with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
All right, here we go. Second down. Dak to the air here. He set up the screen here to land. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this third down play. Another throw for Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
5-yard line.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Prescott with a blitz coming. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, I mean great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for the Cowboys.
Return coming from the 6. Shoots away from one. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you gritty. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
All set to go now from the 35. Play fake, Darnold. Lofts it deep right side. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And again, it's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Davion Clowney on that stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Back out come the Cowboys for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dak now from the gun. Completes it again to Pickens. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the gun is Prescott. That's Flournoy. He's got it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. It's the Cowboys out in front. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. 2nd quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Cowboys 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They toss to Williams, headed right. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Cowboys take a 13-0 lead. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Now Darnold on to play action. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing here, Darnold. He's out the screen. It's Shaheed. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense, getting him down behind the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Kevontae Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by someone who spent 11 years with the Cowboys, Brock. It is DeMarcus Lawrence.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Well, no repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Dak off the play fake. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Dallas.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 20-zip lead. George Pickens the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21.
Seahawks, nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Shaheed now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Starting this drive with it as a ball hit, and he fumbles it. And the Cowboys scoop it up. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You can almost feel the eyes of those defenders like saucers. They see a quarterback in the open field, and all they want to do is knock him out. Or in this case, knock the ball loose. Job well done.
The Cowboys and George Pickens set for this next possession. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Complete to Jake Ferguson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now here's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He brushed him off with ease. And this play reaches the 12, the stop is made.
To CD Lamb. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Now it's Prescott again. Catch is made in close. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
7-yard gain.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout, so they're 1st and 3.
First down.
And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Another throw for Prescott. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. George Pickens the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the upright. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead.
Seahawks, nothing. Brandon
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. He dodged the tackle. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
To Jackson Smith and Jigba. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in. 2nd and inches. From the gun, Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now Seattle's going to call a 2nd timeout.
That's good.
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10. Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And again, it's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Darnold looking to throw. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. To throw, here's Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no luck on his first look at the game, and that brings up third down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Trying to find his tight end, and that'll bring up fourth down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond third down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
So out now comes the punter. Takes it in at the 26. Dodges another stop. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. First and 10, Prescott. This one finds the fullback. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Second down now, they need 7. Prescott to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll throw. Third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Engeron now. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And they're going to need to go the length of the field to attack that deficit after the punt sets them all the way back to the 1-yard line. Now run, first give to Zach Charbonnet. And he's going to make it up to about the 11-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm not surprised by that outcome, Kate. You crowd the line defensively. By going all out for the safety, you got to be careful you don't wind up giving them an alley, not just to escape the goal line, but for an even bigger chunk of yardage.
Back, please.
Walker on first down. Tackle made right around the 26. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Darnold. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's Darnold. Hits him on the end route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We've not seen much achievement today.
Throwing here, Darnold. Barnard with the grab. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Running back sent in motion. Darnold with it on 3rd and short. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one gains 7. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
2nd and 10, Darnold. That's dropped underneath, Walker. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. That's taken in by Cup. And this one doesn't go far.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play fake, Darnold. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. You've aids them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Here's a screen out for Walker. Gets to space right side. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's good.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 or 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Seahawks 7.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Tolbert now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. We go with Williams on a counter. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Brought down by Ernest Jones.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. Over the right side is caught by Ferguson. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Prescott to sneak it. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Draw play, this is Williams. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. EA Mafe bringing that play to a halt.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness is still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Cowboys first down.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field before the two tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
All set now, 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Now he takes it, running in the red zone. And they're whistling for a stop here. That's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's going to run for it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 8. And the Cowboys.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Sanders running dead ahead. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Running right, it's Williams. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Well, Kate, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
3rd and goal, Prescott. Jump off caught by his back. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through, and the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks offense running out now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. First and 10, Darnold. That's Cup on the slant. Breaks through and breaks away. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And they get this down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
From the gun, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And again, it's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now an inside give to Walker. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Running for it, it's Walker. And he gets in, touchdown! The Seahawks making the scoreboard look a touch better. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Darnold and the Seahawks getting set to try for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get 2.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And the Cowboys manage to recover the football. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. First down from the 42. Sanders on the shotgun handoff. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Prescott takes off with it. And they'll start some work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Seahawks sending out the dime look here ahead of this third down. From the gun is Prescott. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys put up even more points in a win. So great work by the running back there. Brock found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again.
38. Seahawks 13.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Jukes away from one. Short pass brought in. And he'll be blocked down along the 25-yard line.
Number 11, Jackson Smith-Njigba. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Darnold now to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So 1st down from the 41. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
to throw. Here's Darnold. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of
One of the things I
5.
love about this
Brings up
offense is how they
second
mix and
5
match their
at the
personnel. They move them
37-yard
around.
line.
One of the many wrinkles is sending the running back out as a wide receiver. And he's proven he's just as dangerous in that role as he is out of the backfield.
Darnold looking to throw. Not line here to come. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Smith and Jigba with yet another catch. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Darnold. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks putting up points in a game decided. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Now this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it an 18-point game.
38. Seahawks 20.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Tolbert now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over. And with just a lone timeout remaining across the field, they're going to be able to run out this clock on the victory. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Sign quarterback run here. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. Man, this one is gonna sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home victories. Instead, you end up taking a bitter pill today in front of your own fans.
Well, as one coach famously said, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. That's all these guys could do after giving one up at home. Just look ahead to the next game. Focus on prepping for the next opponent and working your tail off, and make up for losing in front of the home crowd by giving your fans something to cheer about the next time out.